Resilience for me, how I've learned through the stages of my life. I think you learn resilience through since birth, since toddlers, like all stages of life. But I'm still fighting to get to the next stage, get to the next hurdle, and not being overwhelmed by the hurdles in front of you, being able to look at that hurdle from a different perspective, and just never giving up, no matter what.
So, did you have your family support on that journey? So, how did you manage your things, Tidikara?
Family support. This is a very difficult question. I think I'm quite an independent person, and I don't like to disclose everything that's going on with me. I feel like I have this complex where I'm like, I can do everything on my own.
Like there are a couple of single mother who are raising the kids, and who are trying to do something in their life, So, what advice would you like to give them, or what would you like to say them? Like, how can they do it? Like just like you did it.
I think let go of the mentality of perfection. So I'm the sort of person who really has an eye for details. I need perfection. I need everything to be in order. But not only as a single mother, but as a mother, as a entrepreneur, you have to let go of the idea of perfection.
In this session, we talk about between the client deadlines, school runs, and meltdown. Patience is just a virtue. It is a survival skill. This session is for the single mother who is building her business while building a future for her kids. We are talking a real talk of patience. When you feel you have none left to give, we'll share something more actionable. Navigating the boundaries and incorporating the small sustainable practice into your hectic day to prevent the burnouts. Also, follow me on TikTok and Instagram because short clip of this long session for the value will be uploaded there. So, enjoy the podcast. What does it take to build a business from ground up while raising a family from ground up? On this episode, we are talking to someone who is doing both brilliantly. Also, the realities of parenting and how she manages to keep her business sparkling while navigating the beautiful mess of family life. Let's welcome Yeli. Yeli, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate your time, like having two kids and managing your time for the session. Thank you so much, Yeli.
Thank you for having me.
And I am super excited to start this. Are you?
I'm
So, yeah, as a founder of two business and a mother, your life is incredibly dynamic. Yeah, but how do you juggle between the two roles, like being a mother and being an entrepreneur?
I think you kind of have to blend it into one. You kind of have to blend it into one. You kind of have to blend your personality into one. And then whatever you become the kind of like a leader, you become the kind of entrepreneur you become for your business, you kind of adapt that for your motherhood as well, and vice versa. So whatever you become as a mother, you kind of use that on your entrepreneurship as well. So we kind of become one person for the
Okay.
both sides. Yeah.
So it's
And
like, okay, can you like give quite brief on that? Like, how are you doing it?
so let's say like I've changed my personality as a mother and as a entrepreneur. So I've become more patient in my motherhood and for my business, and I've learned to look from different perspective. Again, in my motherhood and in my business, and I learned both of those from my business and my and becoming a mother.
Yeah. So, could you describe us your parenting style and how has it changed since having your second child? Because like having an elder one is quite different, Nita.
Yeah.
Right? And a younger one, it's quite different. So,
Yeah.
can you tell us about your parenting style?
Okay. As a second time mother, I think I've become more softer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm less rigid Whereas, when you're a first time mother, you are trying to get everything but done by the books. And you have this preconceived perception on how you how you want to raise your child, what you want to do, and it's all like through books and social medias and like looking at other people, and you have this vision how you want to raise your child, and you kind of go by that stage by stage, step by step, and you check every milestone. You check all the weaning steps and everything. There, as a second time mother, you learn from the first time that it doesn't go as planned, and so again, patience and perspective, you just kind of go with the flow and you just kind of let them dictate how you parent them. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Okay. So, हजुरको अब parenting, as you told about your like first and second child को बारेमा हैन, तर how was your pregnancy journey? कस्तो थियो त? How easy or hard it was for you?
my pregnancy journey was difficult. I'll say difficult. My first pregnancy was not so bad.
Yeah.
In terms of health wise, but my second pregnancy was really bad. So I was bedridden for most of my pregnancy. I had placenta previa. So that meant I couldn't stand up because every time I stood up, then I'd have bleeding, and that would like risk my health and my baby's health. So I was bedridden for most of the entire pregnancy, and I had to spend a lot of time in the hospital.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So and then in the second pregnancy, of course, I had a child already. And so having to look after the child and run two businesses and um, having to go through the whole pregnancy in bed, in hospital beds, that was difficult.
Okay. So, could you explain the term of your health condition that you faced?
So placenta previa is when I had a C-section
Oh,
in
okay.
my first um, delivery गर्दाखेरि.
हजुर.
So in the second time I got pregnant, what happened was the placenta attached itself to my scar from my previous
Oh,
cesarean, from the inside.
okay. This is the first time I'm hearing
Mm.
this. किन मैले सुनेको थिइनँ यो
Oh,
term. हजुर
so
सुनेको
placenta
थिइनँ.
previa can be some other things as well. So it can just be like it's underneath. It's
Yeah.
underneath,
Yeah.
and then so it's dangerous.
Yeah.
So it doesn't move.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it moves naturally, and that's fine. But mine was attached to my scar
Yeah.
from the inside, so every time it tried to move, it would bleed. Yeah, and so I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And so you see, I think when they spot a placenta previa quite early on, they don't really do anything about it because it naturally shifts. So it covers the cervix.
Oh,
So
okay.
placenta is supposed to be on the side, on the top,
Yeah.
or somewhere else, but it's completely covered the cervix, so you can't give birth because the
Oh,
placenta is in the way. Because you're
okay.
meant to give birth first and then give birth to the placenta, right? But when
Yeah.
the placenta is covering the cervix, you can't give birth. So they have to physically move it, or you have to have a C-section.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was a risk for baby as well.
Yeah, because of course, like when you're bleeding in pregnancy,
Mm.
that's always dangerous.
Yeah.
And then it could have ripped.
Yeah.
It could have ripped. It was ripping my inside because
Yeah.
like every time
Oh
I'm
my
moving, it was
God.
trying to move naturally. It was trying to go away from where it was, but then because it was attached to my scar from the
Oh,
inside,
yeah.
it would just every time it tried to move, like it was painful,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and it would bleed.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, that
So,
was
oh my
fun.
God. That was fun.
That was
Oh
fun.
my God. Yeah.
Mm.
So, did you have your family support on that journey? So, how did you manage your things, Titihira?
Family support. Um, this is a very difficult question.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm quite an independent person,
Yeah.
and I don't like to disclose everything that's going on with me.
Yeah.
I feel like I have this complex where I'm like I can do everything on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need help. Like
Yeah.
I shouldn't ask for help. I find it very difficult to ask for help,
Yeah.
and so I feel like I should do everything on my own. And also because my parents, my family, they're working as well. They have their own time and schedule, and so they knew that there was something wrong, but not to what extent. So yeah, they helped with looking after my child, my older child, and when I was in the hospital, but they didn't know to what extent I was going through, like how dangerous the whole situation was. So
So pregnancy is such a phase where you need a lot of emotional support.
mhm.
Did you have that emotional support? It's a very hard
I don't think
question, though.
so. No, I
Mm.
definitely didn't. And I learned that the hard way. I didn't realize how
Mhm.
much emotional support we needed as a
Mhm.
person going through pregnancy and postpartum.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how important it is to seek help,
Yeah.
talk about what you're going through.
Yeah.
And also, I think the reason why I never opened up about seeking emotional health or, confiding in my parents is because that's not the norm in our society. That's not the norm. And we're just told to just get on with it. Everybody does it. And when you look at it, you're like, okay, yeah, everybody does it. So why do I feel weak? You don't want to show your weakness, especially like when you have a strong character, when you outside of pregnancy, you're strong, you're independent, if resilient. No. But then pregnancy brings out the inner inner softness in you, all the emotions in you. And so when it doesn't coincide with who you are normally, then you're like, oh, am I just being weak? And you start to question yourself. And then when you try to confide in someone, sometimes you go and speak to your mother, or you go and speak to your friend and be like, oh, I'm feeling really emotionally down. They're like, oh, everybody does it. Like everybody goes through it, and just suck it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
that's just how I think our society is. And
mm,
so they're like, oh, we gave birth and the next day we were in the fields working.
yeah.
Like the next day we were cooking for X amount of people. And you just kind of feel like, okay, I'm just
Mm.
being weak. Yeah.
So you have been doing it all by yourself.
I'd say
Yeah,
so,
kind of
Miss
raising
Week.
two kids and
Hmm.
doing it all like, oh my God. I really can't imagine because, uh, pregnancy is literally a tough phase.
Hmm.
And, the postpartum
Hmm.
is another story.
That's another story.
That's another
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
We'll
Nobody
come there.
talks
There.
about it.
Yeah,
Mm.
nobody does, but
Yeah.
we must actually.
We should.
We,
Yeah.
we should.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pregnancy was very tough for you,
Hmm.
but how about the postpartum phase and how did you deal with that? Also, how like there is like a pressure of being a Nepalese, there's like a different norms and tradition to follow.
Hmm.
So did you break those taboos?
Yeah.
Where
So pregnancy was tough for me.
mm-hmm.
Postpartum was even tougher for me.
Yeah.
Even tougher for me because now I am a mother of two, fresh postpartum, fresh out of cesarean. Um, and then I had a nerve damage
Oh.
in my second cesarean.
Mm.
So the right side of me practically did not work. And when it did, it was excruciating pain all the time. And my parents were in Nepal for 6 months.
Mm.
They just left. And my partner was non-existent per se. So I was with my child, my toddler, and then my newborn, and zero mobility. So that's how I was doing postpartum. And then, yeah,
Oh
you
my
go through it.
God. Swear, Yeli, like I'm speechless. I swear, because you are really a strong woman. I
I
swear. Oh
think
my God.
life
Like,
kind of forces you to be strong
uh-huh.
and resilient. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, what's the true meaning of resilience for you?
Resilience for me, how I've learned through the stages of my life. I think you learn resilience through since birth, since toddlers, like all stages of life. But the true meaning I found out is that it's it's about breaking, getting to that breaking point,
Mhm.
but still getting up, still carrying on. You know, I'm still fighting to get to the next stage, get to the next hurdle, and not being overwhelmed by the hurdles in front of you, being able to look at that hurdle from a different perspective and just never giving up, no matter what.
Yeah, oh my God. I can't imagine, without the emotional support, without the support around me,
Hmm.
going through the pregnancy phase or postpartum phase is very difficult. Did you ever think of seeking help? Because you are you told me that you don't usually ask for help,
Mm.
but at that very time you never thought that, yeah, now this is the time I need a help, I need to seek for help. You never thought that?
Um, it crossed my mind.
Yeah.
It crossed my mind, but I think it's the way that I'm shaped and molded.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I was little, I was really taught to be independent.
Yeah.
I was really taught never to rely on somebody else, and everything I've got to do on my own. So, with that upbringing and with the kind of mentality around me constantly, I think for me, again, I have to do it on my own. It's my battle. And I always look at it like, oh, everybody has their own issues. Everybody has their own things to deal with. And if you're, why should I burden them? And I found it very extremely difficult to ask for help.
Mm.
But I did want help. I definitely wanted help. And I used to be like, oh, I wish somebody would come and look after the children for like,
Yeah.
or not just, I can look after my children, but just do my dishes, clean my house,
Yeah.
prep me a meal.
Yeah.
I just wanted to leave the house, like even for an hour, just go for a walk or something without having to worry about the dishes, the dinner, and the child routine and everything. But again, I just thought I can't ask for it.
Mm.
So I think
So,
that's a downside of me.
so you did it by yourself,
Most of the time.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like there are a couple of single mother
Hmm.
who are raising the kids.
Hmm.
Yeah, and who are trying to do something in their life.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, what advice would you like to give them, or what would you like to say them? Like, how can they do it? Like, just like you did it.
I think um let go of the mentality of perfection. So I'm the sort of person who really has an eye for details. I need perfection. I need everything to be in order. But not only as a single mother, but as a mother,
Mm.
as a entrepreneur, you have to let go of the idea of perfection, and you kind of have to go with the flow.
Yeah.
And for me, I read it somewhere as a progression is better than perfection. So it's about the progress you make. You can perfect it on the way, on the journey, but just get on with it. Just go for it. Whatever you seek to do, if you want to start a business, if you want to go to work, if there's a hobby that you want to start, yeah, just go for it, and don't seek perfection. Even in motherhood, as a single mother, it's going to be very difficult for you to try and fulfill the role as a father and a mother, right? Because you're going to have to do that. They're going to need the father role in their life
Yeah.
and the mother role, but don't try to fulfill it to the perfection. They will love you no matter what.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. After all, yeah, we are the mother.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are the mother,
Yeah.
and we're the one that's showing up for them, and
Yeah.
they will appreciate that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, how does your typical day look like? Like doing the school runs, doing this, that, business, and everything. How does your day look like, Yeli?
Not It's like one routine doesn't fit every day,
Mm-hmm.
kind of situation. I love having a schedule, but it never works.
Yes.
It never works because it's always in chaos in the morning trying to get the kids up. But my kids are very understanding,
Mm-hmm.
and so they get themselves up, they get ready for school by themselves, and then I get them breakfast, and we're out the door within like half an hour, which is really amazing. And I've kind of taught them to be really independent.
Oh my God. That's too much pressure.
But they like it, and
Yeah.
it's not like I'm pressurizing them, but
Okay.
I'm like, you have a routine. Can you do
Mm-hmm.
this? Because I know they can do it.
Yeah.
So I don't have to mother them. I don't have to
Ah.
constantly sit there and like button them up and like put their uniform
Oh
up, because I
wow.
know they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also showing them independence. They're 5 and 3,
Oh,
so
five. Just
yes.
5 and 3.
Yeah. And so, they're at a stage where they can dress themselves up, they can
Yeah.
go and brush their own teeth. So they know they have a set routine, and they just abide to it.
Oh.
Because they know they have to go to school. Like there's no ifs and buts, there's no way around it kind of situation. So yeah. So my school runs, I do the school runs in the morning, come home, work until like I try and do my own thing, self-care work
Mm-hmm.
situation when they're at school, and then back to school run again. And then it's tea time, kana time,
Mm-hmm.
kids time, and then until bedtime I'm with the kids. Sometimes I'm like dilly-dallying. If they're playing, then I'm like I kind of look into the emails, kind of business stuff, and as soon as they're in bed, back to work.
Oh my God. About, kids doing their own stuff,
Hmm.
I need to take tips from you.
Oh.
Because my boys,
Hmm.
yeah, I have to do everything for them.
Oh.
So I need to take some tips
I
from you.
think
Yeah.
when it's not like, oh, do this, do that. Like,
Yeah.
Nikki,
Mhm.
it's like, can you do this? Are you able to do that? Manipulative
Yeah.
manipulation.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, that's a pro tip.
it's
Yeli.
like
Yeah.
manipulation because kids love challenges.
Mm.
Kids loves to be challenged,
Yeah.
and so you kind of create that from a young age,
Mhm.
and you're just like, are you sure? Are you able to do that? Oh, I think you can. And you just kind of praise, and then like when they do it, amazing. I knew you could do it.
Wow. That's really a great tip. I love it. No, I
Yeah.
really do love it. So, kids, they know you are single.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, how do you think they see you like? In what perspective they watch you or see you?
They watch
Like,
me.
yeah, like they might be saying like, my mom is doing everything for me.
Mm.
Says this.
I think they understand that.
Mm-hmm.
They understand that I'm single
Yeah.
and I do everything, and they know that. And I think that's also why they're very good at doing things for themselves because they can see me running around like a headless chicken,
Mm-hmm.
and they know I work because I work from home. So they know I have like my workspace, and they
Mhm.
know that's what I do. And when I'm working, they're like, "Okay, mommy's working," and they know I have to work to provide for them.
Yeah.
So they're like,
Yeah.
they let me work so that they can have the stuff they
Mm.
want.
Just 5 and 3.
Mm.
Amazing.
And
Yeah.
so they understand, and they also say, like, Mommy, we're proud of you.
Wow.
You've worked really hard. And I'm like, thank you. I work for you guys. Yeah.
It's for them, yeah.
Mm.
So, so is there any like specific boundaries that you have set for your kids and your family?
Mm.
You know, from what your work demands. Sometimes your work demands
Mhm.
to be the best of you,
Yeah.
but is there like a boundary in the
Um,
family?
yeah, I guess so. I think everything needs a boundary.
Yeah.
And likewise, if I don't separate my family life and my work life, then um my my kids are never going to have me fully present, and if I don't separate work life, then work is just going to be all over the place. So I try not to mix them up as much as in terms of if I'm spending time with the children in the morning, like when I'm doing the school routine and everything, I try not to do anything to do with work. So
Oh.
it's solely kids time.
Mhm.
And then when I'm having like dinner time, spending time with them, going out with them, then it's solely kids time. Like, yeah, I'll answer like a few messages here and there and like reply to this and that, but it's not like I'm there on the phone or like I'm trying to work kind of situation. So it's like kids time and then family time and then work
Okay.
time.
That's how
So
you're balancing your work
yeah.
and family.
Hmm.
Okay. So has there ever been like a mom guilt?
Of
Ever?
course. Of course, mom guilt is inevitable.
Yeah.
And everybody has that. But I think what I've learned along the way is that you're gonna have mom guilt no matter what.
Mm.
But what is mom guilt? It's a standard set by the society.
Yeah.
It's a standard set by the books. And one book doesn't fit all. One rule doesn't fit all. So it's about you. Are you happy? Are you happy with the way that you've raised your child? Are you happy with the way that your child is turning out to be? Then it's more like guilt bandahiri pani progression.
Mm.
And guilt bandahiri pani, it's like growth, right? And you're doing it for your children. Whatever you're doing, just do it from the best of your ability, and that's all that matters.
Mm. You are such a sorted out person. Like, yeah, yeah, you have like
Mhm.
this. Everything is sorted out, right?
I'm very like, yeah, I need everything in order kind of a
Yeah,
person.
assertive, I
Yeah,
might say, right?
yeah, I'm very
Yeah,
assertive, but yeah,
yeah.
through parenting, I've kind
Mm.
of become more empathetic, more patient,
Mhm.
more lenient, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how do you actively foster resilience in kids? And, resilience is key
Mhm,
for being entrepreneur
mhm,
and mother. But
mhm.
how do you not force, like, how do you amplify that in kids?
In kids, I am so I believe in resilience. I believe you need resilience in order to move forward in life, in order to thrive. And only through resilience can you step outside of the box, and then you can test your limit. And only by testing your limit, you can really soar to your highest. Eh? So through my children, how I do that is they're young. So I can't just push them constantly, right? I can't push them. I can't be like, do this, do that. Well, what I do is I let them fail. I know that they're going to fail. I let them do something, and then I watch them and I let them fail. And then I told them why they failed. And I will be like, can you figure out a different way? Have a different perspective. And then can you sort it out? And so when they realize, like, yeah, they failed, but they've also figured out a way out of it. They've also figured out how to do it from a different perspective. And that builds resilience because they're like, okay, I failed. That's fine. Because now I've figured out another way. So they're not now scared to fail. So that builds resilience. Because when you are scared to fail and you do not step out of that boundary in the first place, there's no resilience. So I let them fall. I let them fail. I know that they're going to fail, but I don't jump at them. I don't give them the answers straight away. I'll just watch them. And then I'll explain later. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are a single mother.
Mhm.
How are you holding it up? And are you scared of being lonely? Lonely as in a sense, not like people around you, like people is around you, but you are lonely.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt that?
Of
You are a
course,
single
of
mother.
course, of
Yeah.
course. I think as a human being, it's very natural to crave that attachment, that feeling, emotions of somebody else being there for you. It's a safety net. You know, when you have a partner, you feel safe. Yeah. Doesn't matter. I'm quite an alpha woman, and I have a very alpha personality. So when I come home, when I'm in my safe space, I want to be the better. I want to be the one who's not dominant all the time, the submissive one. Um, but being a single mother, I can't. I can't do that. So I'm a constant alpha with my motherhood, in my personal life, in my professional life. Constantly being an alpha is exhausting. So yeah, sometimes I feel like, oh, I just want to put my feet up. I just don't want to take the reins anymore. I want somebody else to take the lead. But it's okay. It's okay.
So there are a number of people, newbies, who are thinking to start the jewelry business or like business like Ajambari. They are like, I see a lot of people in TikTok doing the achars, doing the sell roti, and I actually saw one of the posts on TikTok. Women making a cell roti and I ordered it from her.
Yeah.
So how do you think like the business like that, like authentic business, it's an authentic Nepali business, how can they start the business here? Because there might be a different legal process as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
And different
So
things. So
if you want to, let's stick with the food, because there's a lot more legal
yeah.
criteria with the food. So if you want to start a food business, always get your certificates. Always get your kitchen certified. Your kitchen being certified. If you're going to cook from home, then being your kitchen being certified is completely free by the council. And then you doing your health and hygiene course. It's an online course, and if I'm not mistaken, अब मैले मेरो पालामा गर्दा चाहिँ it was like around 30 pound,
Oh,
but it shouldn't be more than that.
Yeah.
No, it's very cheap and it's very easy, and it's basic food and hygiene knowledge that you need. So I think everybody needs that, and you should do that. It's a legal requirement anyway. So if you're going to do any kind of a food business, the basic thing to do is to do designate por se. Get your kitchen registered and then do the food hygiene course. You can do that in like different levels, level 2, 3, like whatever you want, but level 2 is more than enough for you just to do it AFE. And then you have to register your business and then have a insurance,
Okay.
business insurance, because food is very unpredictable.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how much we take care of it because we have to post it, right? Well, when we post it, anything can happen, right? It could get contaminated. It could take longer. So temperature मिल्दैन हैन केही न केही चाहिँ हुन सक्छ. And to protect yourself, you have to have a insurance so that it doesn't come and backfire you on you.
So there are like a number of students I know. Yeah. So Can like students start those kind of business here?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course they can. Again, students go criteria secure you can't work certain hours.
Yeah.
Like by the say you
Yeah.
can't work a certain hours. But when it comes to your own business,
Mhm.
there is loops.
Mm.
There's loops
Yeah.
and holes around it, right? So that's I don't know how much I can say.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I can talk about the loops in the house in the
Yeah.
system, but I think what I'm trying to initiate is that if there's rules, they're bound to be broken. They're made to be broken.
So
Yeah.
yeah, even they can start it, I guess. Yeah.
And I
But
think that's the best way to go about it if you're a
yeah.
student, because you don't have to then go by the kam garnu parदैन,
Yeah.
and you don't have to. You can work around your own schedule,
Mhm.
and you can do it from home, and you don't have to cook. You can do crocheting. You
Mhm.
can make your own like jewelries.
Yeah.
You can. It's endless.
Yeah.
Your business goes there. It's endless.
Yeah. But definitely they need to take someone's help to register the business, like legally, right?
Legally, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seek legal advice. I
Yeah.
mean, there's plenty of information
Mm.
online, you know. Go through it. But what I would say is when you're looking for information online,
Mhm.
don't just rely on one thing and one website. Do your research.
Mm.
Go through multiple sources
Mhm.
and do your research. And this will see, yeah, if you need legal advice, seek that. But most of them is all online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Government pages or like legal pages, official pages are what I say in and most of this information are available on .gov websites or you can also ask your job center plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have lots of
Mm.
connections. They have lots of people that can help you with starting up a business, so they can point you to the right direction.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is for students. You can start it. Yeah.
I would highly suggest that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talking about what has been your single greatest challenge as a mother and what did it teach you about your strength?
Single greatest challenge.
Single. Yeah.
Single patience.
Mm-hmm.
Because I told you, we established that I'm a very assertive person
Mm.
and I need things done in a certain way and I need it now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need this done. I have a vision for it. I need it done.
Mhm.
Even with my children, I used to be like, this is it,
Mhm.
do it. Or like, I want my children to be a certain way. It needs to be that way. But patience. I think learning to have patience and learning that it doesn't have to be the way that I envisioned it to be, and I can be lenient towards it, right? Yeah. I think that was the biggest challenge for me because I had to find that inner battle,
Yeah.
inner battle fight
Yeah.
gone important though. Like how you when you're naturally built that way,
Mhm.
it doesn't feel natural to you.
Mm.
When something is out of the box, out of the situation that you've envisioned, like, it doesn't feel natural to you. And when it doesn't feel natural, you feel uncomfortable and you want to fight.
Yeah.
You want to fight back to bring it back to how you see it, right? So it's now fighting the urges and
Mm.
having the patience to fight the urges.
So we are kind of to the end of the podcast, but before that I'd like to ask you one more question.
Mhm.
So what is the biggest dream or hope for your children's and business?
For my
Children and business,
children
yeah.
and business,
Yeah.
for my children, I think I just want them to realize or grow up to be someone very kind,
Mhm.
very resilient. I want them to have a lot of resilience in them, just never giving up. And I think one most important thing is never dim your light for anyone. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional about this.
No, yeah.
Yeah, never dim your light for
Mm.
anyone. That's key point for my children. Anything else, like education wise, anything else, be who you are, be what you want to be, like whatever your capability and ability is, like go to that. And Tara, kindness, resilience, and never dim your light for anyone. And for my business, it's like keep growing,
Mhm.
keep growing, keep doing more, continuity, consistency, and keep thriving.
So yes, this was it. But one more time, I'd like to ask you to give a message to my, viewers. What kind of message would you like to give to my viewers?
Um, what I learned through life, resilience is key, and perfection is not always the best option. Progression is. So if you want to start somewhere in life, if you want to do something new, if there's something that um you're wanting to do but you're holding back because you're like, oh, what? Oh, really? No, like, what if it's not good enough? Progression is key. So you can perfect your way. You can perfect whatever you're doing along the way, but progression, you have to start and you have to keep it going, get the motor running, and then you can perfect things. Just go for it. Just do it. And then if it fails. That's fine. You can start back again. You can have a different perspective on it. You can do something else. You can realize that at least that's not what it was for you. Or that wasn't for you, and it wasn't meant for you. So you can now find something else. Now you're like, at least that's off your chest now. And now, okay, I tried, not it, so I'll do something else. So just go for it. You won't know until you try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This was a lovely session. And thank you so much, Yeli, for being the
Thank you.
part of my session, of my podcast. And yes, guys, thank you for watching this podcast till the end. But before you leave, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, because if you do, I can bring much more valuable session to this podcast. Also, follow me on TikTok and Instagram, because short clip of this long session for the value will be uploaded there. And do not forget to share this even to one person, because even one bit of this session might change someone's life. See you all in next episode. Till then, be resilient. Namaste.